Hello and welcome to the North American Guitar Showroom in London. This is a very exciting talking guitar session. We're here with Mr. Blair Dunlop.
Hello.
Hello mate,
how you doing man? Good to finally meet.
I know. The funny thing is because we know so many people on the sort of singer-songwriter circuit that I do literally feel like I know you.
Yeah. I almost feel, well I do know you now. So
but just jumping back a little bit, so you did, let me get this right, it's through Emma Stevens, who we have had, well I've known Emma for years.
Yeah.
She's done a couple of sessions for us and done an interview with us here. And I remember you guys did a joint headline tour a while back, didn't you?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago?
I think more, maybe 4 years ago.
Oh gosh, well, that's just showing my age now. It's just time just
it's
flies.
Wild. Yeah, but I saw Emma recently actually. I saw Emma, she just come back from China.
I know, that whole thing's amazing.
No, it's mad. She's got some funny stories about that. She saw some mad guitars getting made out there as well. I don't know if she spoke to you about it. But yeah, she had a gig up in Sheffield, which is, I'm from Chesterfield, around the corner, if you don't know. And yeah, I hopped up on stage. It was lovely to catch up.
Oh, wicked! You did a tune with her?
Yeah, we did a couple. Well, yeah, we did a couple. We did a couple of tunes. Yeah, I can't remember what we did.
When you're on tour, do you if you're doing like a joint? Because it was a joint headline, right? Did you rotate who was headlining?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've done a couple of things like that, and that's generally how it works. But it's so with people like Emma and a lot of other artists that I've become friends with. It's like it's very chilled. I think it can be a little bit of a thing, like who headlines what night. Yeah. But it's good to be with people who can just go with the flow. That's like nice when you're on the road. And Emma was a joy to talk with. She's
just a joy. She's just like a ray of sunshine on a very, especially if it's like an October tour and it's very bleak and cold. She comes in and hi, it's great.
She's nice. And their band were lovely as well. And great musicians.
Great
really top
musicians. And it was quite funny when you arrived. You were talking about Tony McManus. So you're, am I right in thinking that you're going out to do a True Fire?
Yes.
Been asked to do a True Fire?
Yeah, so I just met the guys at True Fire at a thing called Folk Alliance, which is a party in a hotel, basically. It's full of, basically you take over a hotel and it changes every year or every 2 years in America, and there's official showcases and then private showcases in kind of hotel rooms, so you literally go into a hotel room and you're playing to 5 people and it's mayhem in the corridor, and then you go down and do an official showcase in front of a lot of people. But it's all about meeting artists at 3 in the morning and having a drink and having a play. But it's some of the best folk and roots musicians in the world, so it's always a real pleasure to do it.
Amazing.
And I just met the True Fire guys, and I was telling you I had a nightmare because I'm normally quite pro, but it was the last session that I'd done, and my voice was gone. I broke a nail in the first song. I was a little bit gone on the whiskey, and it doesn't take me much. And I thought it was a bit of a nightmare, but I did the session, and they really enjoyed it. And they were like, "Would you like to have a meeting with us tomorrow?" And I didn't put the name and what they did together, but I had watched loads of True Fire's videos, and I'd seen Tony McManus. Yeah. So I grew up. I'm quarter Scottish, but that whole side of the family. So I'm into as much Morris tunes as I am Burns tunes. I've learned a lot from Tony McManus, and I'd watched his True Fire videos, and I was like, that I would love that, because I've not really got into education stuff before, but I love giving workshops whenever I've done it. So
that's cool.
So yeah, I'm going to do a course with them in September. I'm going to Florida.
Once you've done that, you'll have to come and do a course,
mate.
A little academy series with us.
You've got me. You've got me for life, mate. This place is amazing. It's really, really cool.
Do you know what? I think for all of us here at TNAG, the thing that we love the most is especially when a customer turns up upstairs, because obviously the office is upstairs where we run the business from, and the showroom where all the fun happens is downstairs, and people come in and they open the door and they're like, is this the guitar store? And then they come down the stairs, and you did what we love, which was like, as you come down.
Yeah. It's really, really cool spot, and I'm going to play some very, very nice guitars in a minute. Yeah, well, we're really looking forward to you doing...
Can I just do it now? to doing a session for us, and we've been trying to... It's just happened to the timing was amazing today. Very last minute.
very last minute.
You
I
happened
jumped
to be
out
in
the
town.
bath.
Yeah.
Can you tell? And no, it's a cool spot. Except I had to walk around the canal like 3 times to get here because I got off early at the thing.
Right.
But it's worth it.
That does happen.
Mm.
And so you saying earlier on that you are in between albums at the moment. So you've written the new album you're about to start recording.
I've written about half. Well, I'm writing the new album probably about halfway through it, writing it. But I'm still touring last year's album.
Right.
But for me that's the sweet spot in that kind of cycle thing of like my solo stuff. That's the sweet spot because I'm not yet bored of the songs.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to break in a few new songs. So that for me is like that's where it's at for me. So you've caught me at a good time.
That's great.
Yeah.
And because you had quite a lot of love at Radio 2, is that right?
Yeah. So the last not the new album, but the last album, Gilded, came out in 2016, and they playlisted a couple of songs, and that was great. And that year I did Glasto, and yeah, it was a really good time that album. But I think the new album's better. But they didn't go for the new album.
I mean, I would hope you would say that it's better.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever met an artist?
No.
I don't think it's
I've
better.
done the new album. It's
yeah, but it literally for me it is. I mean, to be fair, the last album there's a lot of songs on it that I'm not that I still kind of like, because normally you do something and you're like, that's crap. But I do. There's lots that I appreciate about Gilded, and it was great that Radio 2 got behind it. But well, they haven't got behind the new album. They're missing out because that is where the best songs are at. So I'm still enjoying touring. I've got gigs. It's festival season at the minute, obviously. So
that was my next question.
Yes, so just just pretty much every weekend or every other weekend. The one I'm most excited about is a festival called TNAG, which is in Denmark, which I've wanted to do for years, and everyone says it's amazing, and it's kind of as much trad as it is Americana and singer-songwriter, and that's perfect for me because I fall between the gaps of genres within folk sometimes. So I find that in Europe and Australia, actually, and America, there's a broader umbrella for the folk term, and that suits me nicely because it's not like, are you trad? Yeah, but are you trad? Are you Celtic? Are you English? Are you singer-songwriter? Do you know what I mean? It gets a little bit subcategory and a little bit, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. And then, October, I'm in Europe a bit, and then I've got a big Australian tour from November till January, which is going to be mad, doing some festivals there as well. But it's going to be hotter than I've ever done. Yeah. I've only ever done like February, March, like end of their summer, so I'm not really cut out for it, I don't think. And it's quite a few rural things, and I've not yet seen a huntsman spider, and I'm like, I've built it up now. I know they didn't do anything, but I'm not about that, so I think I'm gonna have to face that.
And how many dates do you do in a year then, or on average?
It totally depends. I think a few years ago when I was doing every single folk club and just like had to get my name out there, and it was like first, second album, I think there was a year when I did about 160 gigs with different guys as I was doing, but mainly my own stuff, and that was crazy. I think since then I'm fortunate enough to be able to tour a bit more as and when, and I'm by no means a wealthy man, can't afford half of these guitars, but I can tour a little bit less, but I love being on the road. Something happened about 3 years ago. I toured with an artist called Aoife O'Donovan, who's one of my favourite Americana. She actually hates that term. She's an American singer-songwriter, and half in the bluegrass scene. Big idol of mine. And I did that. It was just like a 5-date run in the UK, and there was something about that period of my life coming out of when Gilded, when I released Gilded in 2016, there was the album and the Radio 2 stuff was great, but my life was not so great. And then I kind of came out my cocoon the year after, did that tour, then recorded the new album, and like 2017 for me was, I literally love being on the road. For me it was always a means to an end being on the road. I did enjoy playing, but it was mainly because I didn't want to get another job, and I enjoy writing, and I only really sing because I write, you know what I mean, so because that's my creative outlet. But something changed that year when I was like, I was a lot more comfortable being out on the road, so I'm happy to just gig whenever now. So
It's tough. I mean, being on the road is really tough.
It can be, yeah.
I never did. You know, I think the most shows I ever did in 1 year was like 80.
Yeah,
and
but that's a lot. That's still a lot.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
That is a lot. I don't know if I've got 80 this year.
There was a period of time where I was doing, you know, Monday to Friday at TNAG, and then I was gigging Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I did that for like 4 months, and I was just tired. We just had our little girl Frida, and I was just totally shot, you know, by the end of that. And I think the thing about touring is you just have to really, really love it, because as soon as that, because you're tired or it's getting to you a bit, that passion goes on from being on stage. Well, I have such great admiration for touring artists, you know, as soon as that passion can go from being on stage, from performing, you just got to take a break. You've got to get that back.
Totally, and it is about keeping
for the audience as well, the people that are paying tickets to come see you. You know,
that's the thing as well. When you're starting out and you're supporting people, and they're not there to see you, and you don't have that weight of expectation on you to provide a show. But then once people are paying like decent money, not that, even if it's a £10 ticket, £15 ticket, whatever, like that's a lot of money for a lot of people. So you've got you do have that on you to put it out, and you want to be able to give your all to it. And for me, the way I keep getting motivated is by finding inspiration in other artists, by hearing other people, and I'm like, I want to explore that, or like, that's inspired me, and that's been really big for me. There's a few artists that recently I've just been like, oh no, okay, that's great, that's giving me the fire again. That's what happens a little bit at Folk Alliance that I mentioned back in February, and you bump into that many unbelievable artists, and it just gives you that that lift to want to create again, and that's what it's all about. And that's amazing.
And so, just jumping back, you were talking about the writing process. So do you write everything on your own, or do you ever do co-writes?
No, I do co-write. I generally like writing on my own. I don't write. My girlfriend might disagree. I don't think I'm not stubborn, but I think there's something about the way that I work, and maybe I'm a little bit shy about being open about my thought process in the moment. Do you know what I mean? When you like co-writing, it's like, what do you think of this line? And it might be absolute crap, but you know that if you had another 10 minutes, you could weave it into something really cool, but you can't express that. Anyway, for me, I do enjoy co-writing sometimes, but it has to be with someone I'm really comfortable with. So I'm co-writing with a mate of mine, Dave Byrne, this Friday. He's around, and I just literally spoke to him yesterday to put that in. But I haven't done any co-writing for a little bit. But yeah, I do enjoy doing it, and I'm looking to do more again. Once I get closer to finishing the songs that I'm writing for the new album, I'll look to be maybe co-writing again before going into the studio, because you never know. It's a healthy thing to do, I think, because it brings other things out of you, and I have learnt a lot from co-writing, but as much as anything, just talking to other songwriters.
Yeah, different perspective.
Absolutely. Like, never be arrogant enough to assume that you're always right. That's like the first thing about being a writer, isn't it? Like, plagiarism can be a good thing, in that not like just ripping people off, but taking things on from other people. I think that's generally a healthy.
Well, like you were just saying, that can inspire you, that can reignite the fire and get creative juices going.
Absolutely. And there's a time and a place. Sometimes you just want to be on your own, and other times you're like, this song was crap, that other one I've got on the go is crap. I could do with a fresh perspective, you know. Yeah,
absolutely. So when's your next tour starting? Not the festivals, your tour starting.
So the next tour that I'm doing was going to America to do the True Fire thing. Then I'm touring Europe, doing some gigs in Germany, maybe Italy, in October, and then Australia November till January, and then next year I'll be touring UK. So I've got like the odd gig after festival season before I go away, but they're just one-off gigs, and I think they're mainly up north. But I don't know, I need to check my diary. Yeah. But next year I'll be touring UK next year for sure, and I don't know in what guise, probably solo, and then probably some band gigs as well. I don't know, we'll see.
And so we can put in BlairDunlop.com.
BlairDunlop.com, at Blair Dunlop on the socials.
Man, it's great. Thank you so much for coming in today.
It's a genuine pleasure. It's really, I do feel like a kid in a candy shop.
And you're gonna do a little performance for us now, a couple of songs.
Yes.
Amazing. Right, I'll just quickly do the sign off. So for more information on the finest luthier built instruments, then please do subscribe to this channel. But for more information on the wonderful Blair Dunlop, then check out his website at blairdunlop.com with all the socials.
With all the socials, at Blair Dunlop.
Thank you very much.